practically everybody else. You can understand why the rim needed to be a bit higher. You understand? Or you wanted to outlaw dunking because I mean, my
yeah, but what about Lou Alcindor with UCLA? And they got more dunking.
That's right. Lou Alcindor at UCLA. But check this out. But check this. And if you wanted to sit up there and say, here's the only modification I would consider about the three-point shot, y'all. Move it back 6 inches to a full foot. That's it. Make it a little bit harder.
Well,
that's all.
This is my
outside of that, please.
They'll just start
leave it right where it is.
Here's the problem. The most efficient way to play a sport is not necessarily the most pleasing, right? In MMA, they start it turns out just grappling and little maneuvers. So eventually the UFC said, no, y'all got to stand up. You can't just spend the whole time on the floor. They just changed the rules. And is this product monotonous with the threes? Yes, it is. Let's not look. When Steph was doing it, he's the only one doing it. Now everyone's bombing threes all the time. Some dude's taking 10, 11 threes a game. Teams taking 50 threes.
But how is that?
It's making the product worse. They should figure out a way to fix it. I would suggest this.
What?
Why is that the only shot worth 3 points? And
who is that?
Why is it always awarded by distance? Why not have certain areas, even in the interior or in the mid-range, worth 3? Maybe if you have a defender on you or something like that.
Nah.
There are ways to tinker with
y'all gotta stop.
Other shots are also worth an extra point or have extra value. So you get the kind of game you want to see. I don't love this with just 3-3-3-3-3. That's not the basketball I grew up with.
Oh man.
Well, I think it should be a 3-point play with a sky hook. Why is no one? Who else does that? And I asked Kareem this. He says, I try to, no, even on the Lakers, he's trying to, tell some of the centers to show them how to do it. And no one wants to do the sky hook.
Magic did it. And the baby hook.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, Magic and Ring played.
All right, y'all. So this conversation, y'all just missed the segment about Commissioner Silva. So y'all just missed. Y'all just missed a whole couple of minutes. Well, maybe like 30 seconds of Adam Silva. Adam Silva was talking about. Well, they was talking about the 3-point shot and how it has changed the game. And then they put on Commissioner Silva talking about how to implement something along the lines of implementing changes to affect the game and affect today's game and how it's played. And first of all, the game is played how it's played because the players choose this style of play. It's not as much as we could say the coaches and the players choose this style of play. So I'm not sure what front office personnel and all that can really do about it. Maybe add a 4-point play like the Big Three has. But as far as the NBA is concerned, I mean, I don't know what like that'd be interesting, but I highly doubt it would make the game better. I mean, people are still, there's still Kyrie Irving's out there with handles and getting to the rack and things of that nature. Westbrook, John Wall. I mean, Oladipo. So you can't I don't feel like there's a way that front offices and commissioners and basketball personnel of that sort can pick and choose how basketball is played. I mean, the play is the playground, and the places where basketball is played chooses how basketball is played. So it's hard to imagine, any kind of changes coming from, even the coaches. It's really the players that, growing up, you couldn't be a shooting center. That was That was not a thing. Like that was high. Like if you take a 3-point shot, you're liable to sit down for the whole game, a couple games, maybe get kicked off the team and be done for the season, like career overtime. Like it was that serious, you know. Like you couldn't be a shooting center back then. Think about that. You couldn't be a shooting center back then. Okay, all right, y'all. See, you're gonna make me get into this now. Who were the first shooting bigs? You know what? Yeah, I'll ask a question instead. Okay, I'll ask a question instead. Who were the first shooting bigs in the NBA? All right, and I'll leave it at that, because you can't have front offices changing the way the game is played. I mean, they can hire smaller players and keep big men out of the league and things of that nature, sure, you know, but as far as like the essentials of basketball, of basketball, there's no way to fabricate authenticity, you know, at least not in basketball. Let's just say that, you know, there's no way to. It's the beauty of the game, man. Just let it be. Let it play out. Just like back in the day, you couldn't have shooting bigs, and now there's a whole bunch of shooting bigs. You know, but you also have your Joel Embiid's. Jokic, one of his best shots is a fadeaway from the elbow, or the block extended. You know, that's one of his best shots. Lamarcus Aldridge. You know what I'm saying? That are still paint players. What's his name? Tristan Thompson. Had like a great game the other day versus. Like his hook was looking good. His touch is getting better. Like Andre Drummond. Like these are all players that we expect to hold the bigs, in style. You know what I mean? So, like I don't know. We'll see. But who were the first shooting bigs in the NBA? Who were the first shooting bigs in the NBA? And I'm talking from the 15, 20 feet to the 3-point line and beyond. All right. Who were the first consistent shooting bigs in the NBA? But man, it's a beautiful game still. That's a dead discussion, man. I'm disappointed that Commissioner Silver partook in that and started talking about changing the game. Like, nah, like y'all job is to appreciate the game and to preserve it, and to find healthy components of it, and to protect and preserve those healthy components of basketball. To me, anyways, that if I had that job, that's what I would be doing. Preserving the essence and the beauty of basketball, not so much molding it and changing it. Coach Keene, athlete culture, body mind engineering, still at it. Peace.